hope that you guys have a new year and a new you. I know personally we're going to be making some changes to the show, and we got some cool guests coming on. We've already got some episodes booked. We're going to be doing some live shows at events. Why am I moving my hand so much? I don't know. This has been one of the weirder podcasts, and we had to cut a couple of segments out of it because, like, I have my kids here tonight, and then also for some reason the police were across the street. My dog got out 4 fucking times, but it's been a new year, guys. Listen. Oh, you know what? I never posted the video. When Travis Charles was on my show, I killed a fly on air. There's a fly floating around, and somehow I fucking got him. And then I called out America, and I'm calling you out again. New year, new you. I want to.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up.
It was in the winter, and we had wooden axe handles without axes on them. And we had the idea of swinging them like baseball bats and hitting them together, like in midair. So we were like sword fighting with them and swinging them. And I swung too low and fucking hit him right in the knuckles, like full swing, and busted his whole like finger open. And he fainted in my kitchen and stuff. And I was so terrified as like a little kid.
Yeah.
Because he was a giant.
Did you break his hand?
Hot Mike.
Hot Mike. All right.
And we are
Hot
recording.
Mike, what's his last name?
Honcho. I spread my butt cheeks as Mike Honcho.
Mike Hunt?
Mike Hunt. No, it's John C. Riley. Is it John C. Riley that says that in Talladega Nights?
I don't know.
Do you know Talladega Nights?
Yeah, I know it well.
Okay, so his best friend, John C. Riley, is
Dale. No,
yeah,
not Dale.
Whenever
Cal Naughton Jr.
Cal Naughton Jr. So whenever Will Ferrell's character, which is, what is his name in the movie?
Ricky Bobby. What
So
the
Ricky
fuck?
Bobby.
Oh, do you know Talladega
Listen,
Nights?
I am stoned right now. So sorry, Ricky Bobby. I pray to Ricky Bobby right now that he doesn't strike me dead. So I'm going to light another one as I'm saying I'm stoned right now. So welcome, everybody, to the Morning Woods. This is our New Year, New Me special. I'm here with the lovely Zach Meyer, as always, behind the camera. And then Wyatt Lutz is in the building today. What is going on, my man?
What it is. I'm ready to have some fun, man.
Dude, thanks so much for coming. This is awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm excited. We were already talking off camera for a while and having a good time. And I just want to kick this thing off by asking you, what are your resolutions for this year? What do you see yourself doing moving forward, 2020 in your career and in your life? 2022. What's going on for you?
Man, I'm just right now. I'm trying to get back into the gym and stuff, and start eating, a little better, getting my mental health in check, and starting the new year off right. And I'm just trying to book as much as I can. Next year, man, I'm getting booked out of state, out in Myrtle Beach, Illinois, and stuff. I was just able to go to Monday through Friday at my job, so I don't have to work Saturdays anymore. So I can go out of town, on the weekend.
Hell yeah.
I'm really shooting for like a goal of like being able to do this full time in the next 2 years. I really want to hustle this year and get my name out there. I signed up for the World Series of Comedy. So I'm going to go to as many of them as I can and connect with people.
Do you know if that's over? Is the deadline?
No, you can still sign up.
You can still sign up.
Yeah, and you get all the satellites. You can choose all the locations. There's only like maybe 3 days left, I think.
To sign up.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it tonight. I'm glad you came. This might be the reason you came. I'm going to do it too. I mean, if it's out of town, we could even ride together if you want to.
Right. Well, it's like Vegas, Sarasota, Florida, like all over. It's dope.
It is what it is. But they're mostly weekends. They're club shows, right?
Yeah.
So I can get out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm off work right now until the springtime anyway. So if it's going on this time of year, we'll definitely talk about that after. But yeah, World Series is dope. I saw them come through Dayton a few years back, so I'm definitely familiar with the project. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, man! It sounds like you're really manifesting your dreams, and you're able to, you're one of those people that's able to kind of take what they want and make it happen with what's going on in their life. Not everybody's happy with their life. I think that's a pretty common thing. So for you to be able to not have to work weekends, making these moves, traveling, meeting these people, that's awesome, bro.
It's very humbling in itself, and it's a blessing for sure.
Hell yeah, bro. Starting off the new year right. I think that's I'm in the same boat, man. I just want to perform more. Just want to make this a full time thing. I think by the time I feel like
You've
by
been
the
having
time.
really good sets lately.
Thank you so much, bro. I just been practicing the craft, I think, and just trying to really work on that side of it, and also bring, like obviously you've seen, I'm just trying to bring like more of my family and more like the real me into the comedy, and not just be funny, but try to just be more of a personality up there, and just trying to let myself show. So thank you for noticing. I hope,
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope that works for me. But yeah, my goal is by the time I'm 35, so I'm 32 now. So I feel like 3 years from now.
That's a solid goal for sure.
Yeah, I feel like 3 years from now, I could become a headliner. I would love to be doing it full time and traveling, and because there's no work and there's no like I can't make as much money as I make now and raise a family on a feature act. Like even though that's my level now, 4 years in, like I can fill a room, I could fill 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, but like there's not enough money in that for me to go full time right now. So I'm
Right.
just like you. I'm a person who, without really anything else backing me, I have to go full time and be a headliner eventually in the near future, or it might not work out for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I can't if I can't do that, then probably it's not gonna work. But I'm not gonna stop until it does, man. I'm there, dude. I got all the drive in the world. I think you do too, and that's why we kind of hit it off even a couple years ago when you
Yeah,
first started coming
absolutely,
into
absolutely.
comedy.
There was an instant connection there.
Yeah, like NSYNC.
Yeah, that's right.
You're definitely the JT. I'll say that. But I'm I'm a good fat one. So.
I just found out today, actually, Vince Morris called me, and him are doing Crackers a whole weekend in Indianapolis. It'll be my first time there.
Fuck yeah,
I
dude.
know you've been there a couple times.
It's a fun room, bro. You
What,
can't
what
say
dates
fuck
are-
on stage, so I think I think it's a
That's at
sentence.
an open mic, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they did one time I did a guest spot there for this guy named Kent Raider, and old school comic, but they said that they wanted a clean show. Like that was the headliner didn't say that and the owner didn't, but the guy running the mic said that that's what the owner said.
Huh.
So I was like, okay. So I just it was one of those things where I didn't have the best set. I did they let me do like 7 minutes because I feel like I was like censoring myself where I normally don't, and I had to make those fillers in the moment.
Yeah.
And so it just wasn't the material I showed up there to do. Is not what I did.
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
something
I
different
know
in the
exactly.
Do
moment.
you want to plug those dates for the Crackers?
Yeah,
That would-
Yeah, this will be out in a couple days.
January 27th and 28th at Crackers Comedy
Okay,
Club in
cool.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, you guys get your tickets for that, and follow Wyatt if you already don't. He has a ton of followers. This guy's you really kill it on TikTok too, dude. I know you have a ton of stuff on there.
Yeah, it's that was weird how that happened. But all my social media is Wyatt Lutz Comedy, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. I don't do the tweeter.
No, I don't tweet either.
I don't tweeter.
No, I don't.
I just get on there for certain news and
The
stuff.
only
like,
tweeter I know is
yeah.
from Varsity Blues.
Dude, that's my fantasy. Speaking of saying that, where the chick comes out with the whipped cream and the
Oh,
cherries
yeah,
on
yeah,
top,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Literally, like that is. That's
Wasn't her
fucking-
name Darcy or something like that?
I don't know, but I've always wanted a chick to do that. Like it would probably put me in a diabetic coma, honestly.
So there is a woman
sick
that I
from that.
delivered to at work. I work for FedEx. This woman at this, I'm not even going to say where, but I swear to
ahead.
God, she is smoking and looks just like Miss Davis from Varsity Blues.
No
like,
shit.
Has the glasses, the big fake boobs, and the hair. It's spot on Miss Davis.
So you like that?
I always blush when I go in there too. I was like, "Dude, you can get a signature."
You like those cougars, Wyatt?
I do.
Tell me about it.
I'm a little cougar pup.
you like to get the milk, drink the milk from those cougs.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good, dude. That's hot.
It's the wisdom.
Man, I'd like to get some breast milk in my cereal, if you know what I mean.
I've never done that one, and I don't think I'm going to.
I think you could try anything once. New year, new me. What the fuck? Why? What are you talking about? What kind of episode are we doing here? This is New Year, new me. We're gonna
Yeah,
do it
yeah, what are we
this
doing?
year. We're telling you right now. Send your breast milk to JohnnyWoodsBusiness.com. I don't know if you can do that physically. I'll give you my address if you email me with pictures of your breast milk or your breast. And we just want you guys to participate in the show. That's what this is. That's what this is boiling down to. And if you guys send it in, I'll drink it on the show or I'll put it in my cereal. So.
Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. It's
Does anyone
Johnny
want
Woods.
A banana?
A banana?
And we're back, everybody.
Hi.
What's going on? Thank you so much for sticking with us. We just want to say like and subscribe, comment on this video. And we're here with Wyatt Lutz today.
What it is.
It's new year. It's new him. It's new me. It's new you. It's new everyone. We're new. This is the new. This is here. This is happening. Wyatt, how you feeling tonight, buddy?
I'm feeling great.
Tell me about your new nipple ring. I know
My
we were
new
talking
nipple ring?
Yeah, I'm going to put some isopropyl alcohol on it before you leave, but just tell the fans about that nipple ring right now.
Well, you know, I actually ripped it out on the way here. I was taking my fishnets off from work, and it got snagged. About ripped the soul out of my body.
No, what are you, moonlighting as a fisherman on the side? Or what kind of fishnets do you have? Is this deadly as catch
man,
right now?
Just working them corners.
All right,
But
yeah.
no, on a real note, okay, today I felt like a complete fucking idiot because my nose ring came unclipped. It's like a hinge that like snaps together.
Okay, yeah.
So there's not a seal. And it's so tiny, I literally thought I was going to be late to this podcast because I was in the mirror. I got one of them 5x zoom mirrors and was like trying to get it shut in there and spent 30 fucking minutes trying to get it together.
Holy shit. So,
and thought I was just going to have to take it out.
so the clasp is only like,
Yeah, it's tiny.
and you have to get your finger in there.
I'd show you, but like...
Then you had to get it,
Yeah.
you had to get it back in.
I took it all the way out and like latched it just so I knew that it still worked, like that it wasn't just because I think.
Damn. Well, this year we're going to be doing Patreon. If you guys want to see Wyatt take his nose ring out when he comes back on Patreon, then you guys can subscribe for $5 a month.
That's right.
That's right. That's
I'll
not a
take
joke.
I'll take something else out too if you whip out a $10 bill.
All right, now this is going to be only Patreon.com.
I'm talking about my mullet, damn it.
He's going to pull those curls out. He's going to sweep somebody off their feet. Ain't that right, Wyatt?
That's right.
Oh,
The old
man.
Yeah,
Swiffer.
Wyatt pretty much Highlandered my mullet off.
I Highlandered it. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
there can be only one, and I
Stood
cut
up on
that
the
shit
stage.
off.
Wyatt,
I was
just
like-
tell the truth. Wyatt cornered you in the back of an open mic, and he fucking cut your mullet off, and he fucking stomped on your toes, and he said, "Listen, big man, there's only one fucking mullet in this town."
No, I
He
just
pulled
didn't
a
like.
Joe Exotic on you.
See, I just didn't like the way that mine was growing out. Like it was just bushy. It went from being curly to just bushy, and like it just was too much maintenance. So I give you some props for.
So your hair looked like Wyatt's sticker now before it
Yeah,
gets
exactly,
fixed. Which-
exactly.
But no one at home knows this, but they can't tell. But you want to show them? You want to show them the
not
merch?
right now.
Okay, that's
No,
fine.
not
It's
right
not
now.
done yet. But yeah, but yeah, okay, that's a joke for us then.
That is funny though.
I have to explain it to people now. Listen, people, this is what happened.
Dude, you look like an albino gorilla, like with a beard.
I always,
You got a big ass head.
I wish we had that wide shot for the people at home just watching.
Oh yeah, it's not even on him.
No, they
next
can't see
shot.
him.
I'm
Next
trying
shot.
to roast the freaking camera guy.
Oh, they've seen me before.
Oh, okay.
People who watch it seen me before.
Yeah, our core fans know who
Every
Zach is.
every single person that's been on here has said something to me, or I think so, like, or I've pissed them off.
God bless. I thought your T-shirt was a Pokemon shirt, and this whole time it was Dragon Ball Z. I thought it was that Mew fucking.
Oh, Mewtwo
Yeah.
when in his final
That's
form.
funny. Yeah.
It basically is.
Well, that's Frieza.
I don't know what that means. I know I played the video game before, but I was never a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. You guys got into that? Both of you did?
The video games I loved.
I loved the games too.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
I was in.
Yeah.
I was into all of it.
You liked the
I
show?
I wasn't like a big like anime nerd, but Dragon Ball Z was like.
So when you're in there and you're doing sit-ups and shit in the gym, is that what you're thinking? You're like turning yourself into a Super Saiyan and shit.
Something like that.
That's a dope mentality.
Train like a Saiyan.
You hear that, people at home? You guys can be Saiyans too. You could be a Super Saiyan. You can actually, Wyatt and me both have actually lost a ton of weight. I've gained a little bit back. I do have.
I've gained weight back too.
And you know what? It wasn't Christmas that gave me these bitch tits. It was a whole lot of shit in between. But
Yep,
I'm
yep.
back on the grind now.
Yep.
And Zach's been going to the gym with me.
Hell
So
yeah.
new year, new us.
Hell yeah.
Ain't that right, baby boy?
Yes, sir.
Big man on
Yes,
campus.
sir.
Yeah, we've been going. You ought to get after it with this one time, bro.
Where are you going?
We go to wherever we can make. We'll meet you because he has a membership and I have a membership, and we can go to like any gym.
Okay.
So there's several locations.
Planet Fitness?
No, not Planet Fitness. We'll go there with you too. But he has eSporta, which is I don't know. He has eSporta. I don't want to say. I don't know if I want to. I have Everybody Fitness, but I can go to any one of them, and so can he. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, hit the gym, get the sauna going on, get your nipples nice and sweaty. I mean, that's what I like to do when I'm in there. Dude, I fucking felt like an asshole. We were in the sauna the other day, and this guy walked in, and he had a mask on in the sauna. And I was like, oh, yeah? Mask on in the sauna? And he was like, I have to see my mother tomorrow. She has stage 4 cancer.
Oof.
I was like, listen, man, I'm a comedian. I said him and I were just firing off some shit before you walked in. We were having a real good time. And I was like, I just fired off a joke instantly. And I was like, I didn't mean to be insensitive. And, but I felt like an asshole, you know?
Dude, it was so bad. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm going to go see my mom tomorrow. She has cancer. And
then, like, I wasn't going to sweat already. We're in the sauna for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? For the next 10 minutes, I got to sit here with this guy. Like, fuck. It was uncomfortable, but you know what?
But it was just so funny. You're just like, yeah, you're gonna wear that mask in here?
Yeah. This year, I'm making fun of more strangers actually. So
I've been doing that a lot more lately.
Just talking to people, making them laugh out.
Working on your crowd work in real life.
That's what it is too. Yeah.
Did you see my post on Facebook today about what happened last night?
No. Tell us the story.
Okay. So I went to this random bar in Dayton last night I'd never been to. It's called Hank's Local. And they had karaoke in there. And there was a couple old timers in there singing karaoke and shit. And I got up and I sang a song, an old George Jones song. It's like my go-to. But anyways, after that, after my song, I promoted my show this Sunday at Wiley's. I'm headlining the Sunday Comics. I was like, hey, you guys, I'm headlining Wiley's this weekend. Or Sunday, come on out, blah, blah, blah. Later on that night, I'm sitting at the bar having a drink, and this couple behind me starts talking to me, and the wife was like, so you're a comedian, why don't you tell me a joke? And I'm like, I don't really work that way, but I always have something in my back pocket, so I hit them with my whorehouse joke.
Right.
It's just a quick, a little one-liner, and they started busting up laughing, and then they went, wait a second. We've heard that joke before. They were like, our son just came home the other night and told us that joke. He went and seen Donnie Baker. And I was like, no shit, you're kidding me. I was like, I was the one that I was opening for him,
That's crazy.
And they were like, no shit, he came home and told us that joke and was dying about it. That was the joke I randomly finally decided to tell a stranger that asked me to tell him a joke. It gets even fucking crazier. So after that, I'm like, oh, where are you guys from? And they're like, oh, we live in this little small town called West Milton, and I about shit my fucking pants.
Which is your hometown?
I was over by Woodman.
Yeah, in Dayton.
Yeah, in downtown
Ain't
Dayton.
That wild, dude?
They live a mile from the house I grew up in.
Wow,
it was so crazy.
That's the universe
where you needed to be.
Well, right, it's the universe telling you that you're on the right path. Obviously, right? New year, new you, dude. That's going to start happening all the time.
It was a really dope experience.
People are going to start recognizing you for your dick. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going to drop that porno 2022. And
send enough pictures of it.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. We want merch rights. We want to help you make the merch. I would like to do an outline or a cast mold of your penis. Sell
if I put a dick pic on a koozie and sold it?
Yes, dude. Come on, you gotta be confident.
I'd make it animated.
About it.
I would put an animated filter on it.
I'll tell you what would be better.
That's a good idea.
If you did
that way that you can't say that.
And one of the mirrors that makes it longer.
Yeah.
Dude, if you just did a mustache on a koozie, like a fuzzy mustache on the outside of a koozie, that'd be badass too.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I would drink out of that because then you could kind of kiss it, kind of tickle it.
I dig it.
Tickle your chin a little bit as you. All right.
Yeah, I really want merch, man. People eat it up, and it's so cool how supportive people are at comedy shows. That. Yeah. Especially my show at Sour Mugs that I run, man. People eat up merch. They're like, no matter who it is, they want to support it. And Terry McNeely, who was on the show, that shows the reason he got merch because he was standing in line, everybody was selling merch and buying stuff. And this guy came up and was like, where's your merch, dude? And he was like, I don't have any. And he handed him $40 and just said, well, here, get some.
That's crazy. Yeah, you know what? I bought this shirt. This is shout out Gary Garcia. To put the camera. Shout out Gary Garcia. I got this shirt. And I got, at that show, they let me do a spot on. You did too. and I got one of Terry's shirts too. This is the thing. I was already kind of like in line because I was hanging out. I was over there standing with you guys, but I was around the other side of the table, so you couldn't tell if I was in line or kind of one of the comedians. And like I realized like somebody in front of me and kind of somebody behind me. So I'm like, I guess I gotta buy a shirt now, right? So then I look and I'm like, okay, I only got $40, and there's 4 people selling merch. Yeah. So the first 2 people was Gary and Terry. And then Mike was kind of talking to somebody else, and I don't really know what Adam was doing. So yeah, I was like,
listen, the Jewish Batman one.
Dude, I loved it, and I wanted to get it too. But I told them, I was like, listen, guys, I only got 40, so I'm gonna get one from each of you. And I was like, don't tell the other guys, you know what I mean, that I bought merch from you. But this is
Dude, Gary is wild, man.
He is
I was in
funny
New York,
motherfucker.
When I was in New York, we did a show in Queens, like Jamaica, Queens, and it was like rough down there. It was a rough part of the neighborhood that we were in. They even said it was. It was in a part-time strip club. This dude, I follow him on Instagram. He owns it, and his name's Vinny the Guido.
Holy shit.
He's dope, dude.
Yeah.
He's cool as shit.
Solid Italian motherfucker.
They loved me there, too. I was so worried that they wouldn't like my hillbilly ass in the middle of Queens, New York. And it was like every race you could think of there.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big crowd, but there was a lot of ethnicities in there and different people different walks of life. And they gave me a chance, man. It was really cool. I was really worried about it. I was really nervous.
Yeah. I think, yeah, dude.
But
you have to
Gary drove me home, and we went to his ex-wife's house and hung out with his son and, like, his ex-wife and stuff. It's so cool, like, how family-oriented they are, especially up in New York. I noticed, like, the whole family and all the friends, like, that we were all there, we all just stood around the kitchen table talking the whole time, like, didn't sit down. We all stood around this like big ass oval table drinking and shit and smoking kind of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool experience, man, seeing that connection. I've never experienced that. I mean, my family's not huge at all, and like with the older ones dying, you know, family stops getting together, kind of.
Yeah, you make your new
really
traditions
neat.
and stuff.
Yeah, it was really neat to see Gary and his family like that, and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
It was a cool perspective, just coming from a different walk of life, you know.
It always is, dude. Speaking of different walks of life, I think we should look at some TikToks. Now, you sent me some fucking hilarious TikTok the other day, and not hilarious. I don't want to say it's hilarious, but it's interesting to me. That's what I'm going to preface this with. It's a really interesting.
I'm trying to think which one it is.
Okay, so actually, first of all, I'm going to play this for you. Okay. Now, I'm just going to play it.
I thought that was totally something else.
Is the camera on me? So did Zach.
Yeah, it's on you.
What the fuck? Who is this?
So. I don't know. Okay, so.
Hey, you?
Yeah. This is me. Okay, bro. So I took some. I don't know if I took edibles or not, but I took 5-HTP. I was trying to sleep because I had to work the next day. So I got up. My girlfriend was working from home. She works third shift. So I got up out of my sleep at 2 a.m. and I did like 20 or 30 push-ups. And halfway through it, she just started filming it and started laughing. And she asked me what I was doing, and I said, I'm doing push-ups. Like, I don't know what the fuck, dude.
Wild.
And then I don't remember any of this. And then she said I walked in the kitchen, and then she came back like 10 minutes later. So, but the next day I guess I ate like a whole roll of Hawaiian rolls at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like putting whipped cream on them after I did push-ups in the middle of the fucking night. Why?
Dude, that's unreal.
5-HTP and weed, bro. I guess it made me sleepwalk. I haven't done it since, and I actually just bought some 5-HTP today.
I've never even heard of that.
It just makes you relax. It's kind of like melatonin or something. It just helps you get sleep. But Joe Rogan sells it. It's called New Mood.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that.
Yeah, if you ever take like ecstasy
I have Alpha Brain, but I've never tried the New Mood.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of shit. Like if you take anything like LSD or ecstasy or anything that like gives you super high serotonin, like a big dose of it, especially. You can get depressed the next day or even a few days after. Mostly with ecstasy and stuff like that.
Right, I've been there.
So the 5-HTP will bring you back to life and sort of reactivate those serotonin in your brain and get those receptors firing off again. So that's why I like to take it. Sometimes you can get serotonin syndrome too by maybe doing too much nicotine vape or weed vape like maybe I do, or smoking too much weed. Like, and you get stimulated throughout the day with coffee and this and that and food, and you can kind of overload it. So I like to use it to kind of reset myself every now and then and help me relax. So,
right.
Yeah. That's the whole point. But I don't know what the fuck was going on with me that night, bro.
That's wild.
I just woke up in the middle of the fucking night and started doing push-ups. They're incline push-ups too. This is the thing, and I'll tell you guys the story. This is why it happened. New year, new me. Back in the gym, you motherfuckers. I was buying some Nike shoes online, and I was getting some like stuff for Christmas or whatever, and I was doing some shopping on Nike right before I went to bed. But this is 2 months after I got COVID, and I hadn't been to the gym since I got COVID. And I just kept promising myself that I was going to go like that day, and I didn't go because I got busy, and I was like trying to buy these shoes. So I think in my head what it was maybe I was dreaming about running or working out, and I just like manifested myself like I have to get up and I have to do this right now. Like my body was doing it even though I like mentally or physically or didn't have the time to actually make it happen. Like it was crazy, bro. It was crazy, man. Yeah, you ever do incline push-ups off your bed, bro?
No, I can't say I have.
That.
This is one of my favorite TikToks of the year. We're going to retire it after this, but I do love this man dearly. If he's still alive, I'd love to get him on the show.
No. I don't. I'm sorry.
What's up, dude?
Am I on the internet?
You're about to be.
Am I on the internet?
No. I'm sorry. I don't have that for you. I'm sorry. I don't.
What is he asking him?
Okay, we'll play. You didn't hear it?
Uh-uh.
Am I on the internet?
You're about to be.
Am I on the internet?
Oh, shit.
He says, am I on the internet?
I don't. I'm sorry.
What's up, dude?
Am I on the internet?
You're about to be.
Oh my God, bro. This man. Look how long his eyebrow hairs are. That's what I was concerned with.
We are recording again. We are back.
We're recording. We're live.
Yes, we are. We're back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Barely alive.
I'm glad that we're back. We made it. Hey there, Wyatt.
Howdy.
Oh, man. You're a huckleberry. I'm glad to have you tonight, buddy.
I'm glad to be here, man.
This has been a good
fun.
night, sharing our new year, our favorite TikToks with you of the year because, you know, some of them, they make you laugh every time.
I
And
fucking love TikTok, man.
it's crazy. It doesn't matter if you watch it 10 times. Every time you show your friend or you send it to someone, some things just you can't
That's
help
one.
but crack up.
It's really one thing that like I never thought I'd get into because I'd always make fun of it.
Yeah,
and
I
then
did
I
too,
got
but-
it.
yeah,
and then I
yeah.
got it, and I'm like, dude, this is like
You got
better
it,
than
then
TV.
You got it. You fucking.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Okay, so this is Buttfucker 3000. Now,
Okay, I'm hip.
you're hip to this TikTok already. Yeah,
I
so
think I did see this.
it's a viral TikTok, and we tell the backstory every time, so people at home have probably already heard it 30 times. But basically, this guy's sister set up his Zoom account, and the judge had saw that it said that before they brought him into the live court, and they were like, "Let's bring this guy in anyway. We don't know who this is." So
He's already pissed off when he comes
He was
in.
on jury duty.
he was not.
No,
he was in court.
He was in
Oh.
court.
He was on video court for some crime, which we couldn't find
Yeah,
out.
it was undisclosed.
It was in disclose. They couldn't disclose the information, but
Motherfucker 3000.
Your name's not Buttfucker 3000, you yo-ho. Logging into my court with that as your screen name.
he looked at the.
What kind of idiot logs into court like that? What's your name again?
Do you notice that he's looking off to the right for whatever reason? I don't know if someone's there or what, but he might be like
What the fuck's
Oh,
going
so
on?
his sister.
Texting, sir, but I don't believe.
his sister set up his Zoom account, and then he went to video court with that name, Buttfucker 3000. This is an absolute real video.
That I typed anything like that, and
Well, that's what it says.
Daniel says.
what it says.
Now, what I always
Just
blows my mind every
a
time.
judge saying "buttfucker 3000."
Not just that, but
The stenographer.
the way that the stenographer had to say it. I mean, the prosecuting attorney's there. Everybody's there. His lawyer's in the video. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? First of all, but secondly, like the judge, his
It's not even the PH.
and how did
it's the straight
nobody
F.
laugh? How did not one person in that courtroom not like? Because if somebody got the judge to say "butt fucker 3,000,"
I'll tell you a guy who doesn't think that's funny. A guy who thinks that someone being called a yo-ho is an insult. That's the kind of guy who doesn't laugh when he hears.
No, I'm talking about
3,000.
everybody else. That's just
Because
they're
that's
waiting
the
for
judge is
court.
their boss. Like, I don't know, dude.
But like I would have lost it. I would have lost it.
He does look like he's got a powdered wig on though. Low key.
You
Doesn't he?
yo-ho.
Doesn't he? Do you know where the powdered wig came from? Do you know how that started?
No.
So it's actually rich dudes mostly would have syphilis. So all these like politicians and like people like back in the day, actors and comedians, guys like us, these people were fucking everybody because it was such a cesspool back then, even now. But
Yeah.
the syphilis was so bad that everyone's hair was falling out. So they had to start wearing powdered wigs, and that's where the richer you were, the bigger your wig was. So that's where the term big wig actually comes from.
Big wig.
Syphilis.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The old big wig.
Yep. Yeah, man. So the Buttfucker 3000, Nathaniel
That is
Saxton,
officially retired.
is officially retired. It was one of my favorite TikToks, but there's a couple more that I would put up there. I know that the video of me with doing push-ups is not a TikTok, but I didn't want to post it online. That's actually a podcast only exclusive right there. So you gotta watch the show. If you guys are only listening to this, you gotta watch the show to see me in my underwear doing push-ups off my bed at 2:00 in the morning, right before I devour an entire pack of Hawaiian rolls topped with Cool Whip, which it's not a recipe I wouldn't eat. I'm not saying that, but
It actually might be really good.
I couldn't tell you. This is just the things that were
I
missing.
love me some Hawaiian rolls.
I guess I was like making my own donuts or some shit in the middle of the night.
I used to take my friend's Ambience, and like I totally believe Roseanne when she says that she tweeted that shit on Ambien, because I've done some crazy shit on like.
Yeah, dude. What if I fucking take 5-HTP and I drive across town and like rob a Walmart or fucking kill someone?
Play that fucking Shaggy song. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. So I got her on the sofa. They're like, no, dude, you did it. Like, no, dude, I was sleepwalking.
No, I've tried to make dinner for everybody.
While you were sleepwalking?
Yeah.
You think that they wanted that dinner?
No,
Zach?
I literally put like vegetable oil like in this big pan, and I cut up potatoes and I cut up all this stuff and I just a bunch of random shit and left it on the stove. Didn't even turn the stove on.
Motherfucker. You didn't turn the stove on?
No, I didn't turn the stove on.
Look, speaking of that, I'll tell you this story. I never told this story. When I was a kid, I almost died in a house fire. So my uncle, actually, you know what, man? It's so crazy that I'm talking about this right now because his son actually he died a couple of days ago. He just hung himself, actually. I found out. Dude, it was crazy. He's not even that type of, rest in peace, Bobby Henson. He's not even that type of person. I didn't think, at least he must have been going through something really dark. But his dad, my mom's brother, at that time was, he was living with us and he must have been fucked up or something, and he fell asleep and he was cooking fried bologna on the stove and it fucking set the kitchen on fire. And my brother Brandon, luckily, he's 2 years older than me, so I had to be like, I remember my dad throwing us out the window. I had to be like 3 or 4, like my son's age, and my brother was like 5 or 6. He got up to pee and he smelled a fire. And so he woke my dad up, and my dad told my mom to throw us all out the window because my dad got my uncle up. Luckily, he was sleeping on the couch in the living room, and that's where it was spreading to. We couldn't get out of the front door, and it was like it all happened so fast, and I remember the fire department coming and everything. So yeah, I almost died in a house fire when I was a kid. Fucking people
What a
leaving
shame.
shit on the stove. I know, right? I came so close.
I didn't know which way he was fucking presenting that. What a shame there for a second.
That is this kind of show, though. I think that we offer that kind of content.
And I think that
Fucking piece of shit.
I think that our one guest didn't expect that, and
There's been a couple people have come on and been like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
Well, Lori especially, she said, "What the
yeah.
fuck is wrong with you guys?" Like,
I felt like I was doing it. When you're with her, you feel like it's like your motherly figure. She's like the mother of comedy, and especially in our region. So it's like you don't want to, I don't know. You don't want to overstep
Poke
your
the bear.
boundaries or
Yeah.
poke the bear or anything like that. So we were really respectful. But yeah, we do.
I definitely did though.
We go crazy. Zach said he said though he didn't say R word, but he explained something and he said R worded, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure.
R worded.
And I was like,
That's the same
I was like, yeah, they're pretty R worded. And,
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
If you're going to go out of your way that much, you might as well just say
and
retarded.
no, like I was about to say retarded, and I caught myself at like the last second, and I said R worded, and I had no idea that Lori works with special kids.
Yeah, so
And
he
I'm
says
like,
this.
and I'm like, bro,
tables completely
I'm
turned.
like,
This is 5 minutes into the show, by
this
the way.
is
Wyatt,
yeah, this
into
is
an
5
hour
minutes
show.
into the show, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like there's no there's no coming
She's
back
a
from that.
comic.
She's
She's
such an understanding
she
person.
got it. But she explained to me after the show that she had to say something immediately. That way that she checks me before it becomes one of those kind of shows.
Or one, she doesn't want it to. Yeah,
she didn't want it to
be a
become-
part of that. And
I
that
have-
makes sense.
I have
We're not,
one-
like
And
that
I have
anyway.
nothing but respect for her for doing that.
Yeah,
because
and you, in all honesty, you were making a joke, and I think that maybe you're going too far because definitely in her mind, she doesn't want to be booked, chunked in with someone talking that way.
Yeah.
because of her career and personal life. So, yeah, we completely respect it. But yeah, everybody else.
are we
has been pretty-
retiring this one too?
It's been a free for all. Yeah, I love this one. We were just talking about pots on the stove, so I thought this would be a good one to play next. So, but Wyatt, you were gonna say something before that about
I don't remember.
who cares? Back to the show, everybody.
Oh yeah, you dumbass. That's what you get.
Welcome to winter, bitch.
It ain't cold enough.
Ain't that funny, dude?
You R word.
This kid is definitely R-worded. Dude, the role that he does, though, I could watch this for days. Right there.
That's like one of them Olympic skaters like crossing a finish line. Like yes, like Blades of Glory. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, just at the end, he's like,
Yeah, one of
"Oh,
them
I
figure
made
skaters.
it." Here's the thing: what
Ah.
what dumb motherfucker let this kid? He's not wearing a jacket. Think about that. He's not wearing a coat.
I just seen a TikTok of a chick doing this too, and same reaction.
Burned herself up.
Yeah. It ain't cold enough when you need to wait till it's like 0 outside. Or
Exactly.
Like negative
negative
20.
0 or something, you know.
Oh man, what a fucking idiot! Yeah, that's the last time we're ever gonna watch that on the show. Unfortunately, what do we?
Oh,
have
that
here?
one's good. This is hilarious, man. This dude works for this. Have you seen it?
Yes, this is
You have,
this is
yeah.
this is yeah. This is one of those winter talks.
Oh my God. I love this. He fought so hard. The earth is his treadmill.
Oh my god, this is hilarious, dude.
Free electric. And
You have to fall after that.
yeah,
There's
and
no
you
way.
gotta laugh at that too.
Yeah.
There's no crying.
I like to sometimes you'd like to see people get actually hurt. Have you ever seen anybody get fucked up like
I think
in real life?
all right, so show him the angel and
So me and
One last time. Wyatt, you're on
Let's
TikTok pretty frequently. You might have seen this in your news feed.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Skittles and fudge.
Skittles and fudge. Is that what he said?
yeah, from Skittles and Fudge.
Happy Halloween, y'all. I think these people are from
Shit,
West Milton
dude,
too. Is this
that's
the
my
couple you
fucking
ran into the
cousin,
other night
yeah.
at the bar?
Yeah.
Skittles and fudge. You ought to follow them. Start commenting on their photos. Their TikToks. They're actually pretty cool. Man, we had some other good ones. This is one of my favorites. Also, unfortunately, I don't know what happens to this guy, but usually when things like this happen, the person gets charged with the police officer, like some sort of like bodily harm to the police or assault on the police officer, even though this guy didn't do anything to the cop. Just wait till you see the way this guy falls. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
He hit the cement too.
oh shit. That had to hurt. Then he hit it. Oh. I felt just like that, dude.
Have you really?
Yep, just like that.
The guy didn't touch him. The guy just like he juked him.
Oh, Have you seen the one of the chicks all bougie dressed up in like their cocktail dresses and stuff, and they're at like a photo booth, and some chick's running behind them in high heels and gets her legs wrapped up in this like red drapestry? Or,
No,
like,
I've never seen it.
Oh, and it wraps her up and she falls face first, man. Doesn't even try to catch herself.
Concrete?
Tile. I don't
Tile,
know. It was in
yeah.
a club. Like,
Oh yeah,
it looked
fucked
bad.
her up.
Bad.
Oh my god, dude.
Drunk. Bad.
I've taken some spills, dude, and it's not fun. It's like funny for everybody but you. Everybody but the person.
So you said something about, have you ever seen anybody get really hurt? And it made me think of this story I haven't thought about in a while, so I want to tell it. Growing up, I was like an 11-year-old kid hanging out with the class of 2005. They were all like my mentors. My dad was like a second dad to them. And like I was partying with them every weekend. Like I wasn't drinking every weekend, but my dad let me get drunk with them one time when I was 11. Like, and he was there. He was
Hell
like,
yeah.
It was a trust thing, so I never hid it from him. You know.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, there was this dude that I idolized. His name was Jared. He was just cool as shit. Like he long hair, big beard, built, strong as hell, and like deer hunted with us and stuff. And he was just, I was a little kid and I idolized him. He was cool. He'd let me come stay with him and stuff. He'd have all these hot chicks come over, and like I was a chubby little fat kid they'd always like mess with. And one day we were at my house. It was in the winter, and we had wooden axe handles without axes on them. And we had the idea of swinging them like baseball bats and hitting them together, like in midair. So we were like sword fighting with them, but
Yeah.
swinging them. And I swung too low and fucking hit him right in the knuckles, like
Full swing,
and busted his whole like finger open. And he fainted in my kitchen and stuff. And I
Holy
was so
shit.
terrified as like a little kid.
Yeah.
Because he was a giant.
Did
to
you
me.
break his hand?
It fucked him up. I went to the hospital with him. My mom works at Grandview, and they got him like taken care of. But
Holy shit.
it was bad.
Holy shit, dude.
It was bad.
That's crazy, dude. I remember one time I was at this bus stop. So I was living in Huber Heights at the time, and I was a teenager, and I was with a couple of my homies. This was a crazy night so far, recapping all these episodes with you, and I just had a panic attack, and and now we're back. We are back. So
We were telling that story about how his friend's knuckle got busted open, and then you were started telling one too.
I was gonna tell a story. I have a TikTok actually where someone gets hurt, and but it's the last time we're playing it this year too. So basically, when I was a teenager, I was with a bunch of my homies, and we lived in Huber, but we went to Dayton to get weed for my friend's brother. So we drive down to O&D on the RTA bus at like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and the last bus usually runs at 11. So we end up in North Dayton on like Brant and Troy Street. Not Brant and Troy, on like Valley and Troy, or Valley and Brant, Stanley, and like that area. And we're like, we walk from there back to the bus stop on Valley, and it's probably like 11:15. Well, the thing is, we missed the last bus, and we didn't know it. So we're sitting out front of this place called Tommy's Bar, which I think it's still there. It's like this old school little hole in the wall right there. And this lady, dude, with her head split open from like forehead like to her eye socket, and like her piece of her head was like her skin was like flapped off, like no joke, like filleted, right? This bitch had just got hit or something, got into a fight. She walked down the street calm as day, and she was like, "Do one of you boys got a cigarette I can get off you?" And I was like, "Yo, lady, your fucking head is bleeding." I was like, "You need medical attention, like right now." And she's like, "No, I'm fine. We got into a fight again." She's like, "He told me to leave." And I was like, "No." And I go into the bar, and I'm like, "Hey, there's a fucking person out here with their face bleeding. You guys need to call the cops or the ambulance like right now. She needs medical attention." So the cops come and stuff, but since we're all like 17, they're like, "What the fuck are you doing in this bar?" Right? All these questions start happening. So I had a weed pipe, like a metal weed pipe on me. And I'm just really trying to be a good Samaritan at this point, and now I'm going to get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
So they got us all sitting on the steps while they're questioning this lady and putting her in another ambulance. And so I just take this bowl out and just sit it on the steps and like scoot it back from me all the way to the corner. And I'm like, it's the front of a bar. It's not my shit. So as we get up, though, dude, somebody kicks it off the fucking motherfucking steps, and it clinks down, and this cop picks it up, and he's like, "Whose shit is this?" And we're like, "I don't know." He was like, "All right, now everybody's got to get in my car." And I'm like, "Oh, great," right? So we jump in, To make a long story short, I remember the cop just putting the bowl up in a fucking rubber band on his visor, and he stuck it up there, and he's like, which one of you guys' moms am I calling to come get you guys? And like didn't charge us, was super cool, and just basically like let us go home. My buddy's mom picked us up. We all had cigarettes on us, so we had to give them to my friend Jesse, who was 18, and he got to wait outside the car, but he made all the minors sit in the car until Jesse's mom got there to pick us up. But yeah, you said that, and it reminded me of fucking that lady probably got hit in her kitchen.
Ugh.
Oh man, that was crazy, but that was a fucking crazy. That was a crazy time.
You got a story.
Of what?
I don't. You said that you might want to talk about breastfeeding.
Oh Lord.
Were we talking about that
Yeah,
earlier?
yeah.
Was that on the first one before we cut?
No,
No.
he was.
Go ahead and play this TikTok and let me think about it if I want to talk about it.
Okay.
That's what it's like falling down a driveway in snow when you're delivering packages.
That woman knows how to have a good time.
Dude, she does. I'm glad that she hit the grass
It's
too right at the
Tammy.
end. She reminds me of my mom. Yeah, or like a Tammy or a Debbie.
Yeah,
That's a real.
Debbie
That's a
works.
real Debbie.
A Debbie fall down.
Something Lynn in the middle of her name. Yeah.
Something Lynn, yeah, or
something
Sue.
Lynn.
Is that a Lynn or a Sue? For sure. Man, the police across the street had me paranoid as shit. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything wrong, and they got me feeling like uncomfortable.
They're coming for you.
Shut the fuck up. Don't say that. Are we retiring any other TikToks, Zach? What else did we really enjoy this year?
I had it. Oh, never mind.
No, you can go ahead. You
Go
want
ahead.
to?
I had a dude years ago, probably 8 years ago now, pretty much die at my house.
Holy
And
shit! Please tell us this story.
You're like,
He
oh,
was-
well, never mind.
He was a good friend of mine. He is alive. Okay, I want to clarify this. He is alive.
Okay.
But he died at my house. So we were all at the Miami County Fair, and we all came home, and there was we were all like, me and my buddies were all like 22, 23-ish, whatever. But there was some like 18-year-old buddies of mine that had just graduated. I had over at the house partying, and I had made Harry Buffalo, like where you cut up the fruit and like the gummy bears and pour all the liquor and stuff in
Yeah.
and soak it. So we were all drinking that, and night was going fun. Everything was cool, and then all of a sudden, someone walks in, and it's like, I'm not going to mention his name. Hey, so and so is laying down in the street face down. And I
Holy
was
shit.
like, what? And we went out there, and I mean, he's a big boy. He was 220, 230, big boy. My height, stocky, laying face down in the middle of the road in front of my house in the country. Lucky nobody came by. So we got him kind of drug off the road and brought him inside. He was coming in and out and stuff. And he was sitting in like the mudroom of my house, and we'd lay him down and he'd start seizing out and like kind of bouncing. And then we kept him kind of sitting up, and I thought he was faking it for a while. He was kind of a guy that liked attention, and I really thought people were saying, we need to call the ambulance. I was like, we're not calling no fucking ambulance. This dude's, he's just making a scene. Well, we take him outside to get some fresh air, and he keeps going, and he's dry heaving, and he's bouncing a foot off of the ground, seizing out. And I picked him up, and I took my fingers, and I shoved it down his throat and made him start puking. And he started puking in my front yard. So at that point,
Had
I
he
said,
taken something, or do you know?
he was drinking the same shit that we was drinking.
Yeah.
So at that point, I told them, I said, call 911, get 911 coming out here. Something needs to happen. Sent all the young kids went running through the field back to the woods.
How old are you guys? 17, 16?
Like I said, I was 22, 23, a couple of my buddies, 2 or 3 of us. And there was like 4 or 5 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
They all ran to the woods.
Yeah, where it would have been your guys' fault, basically.
So cops come, ambulance comes. I knew the cops. He knew I was drinking. I told him I was drinking, blah, blah, blah. No matter of fact, I was young. I was 20 then because I wasn't 21. He knew I was drinking underage, and I told him, but he was cool with me. But they got so-and-so in the ambulance taking him, down. And I was sitting there talking to the officer, and he was like, "Hey, man, I got bad news, but your buddy's flatlined 3 times in ambulance already." And this was in 10 minutes of him leaving. He's like, "I really don't think he's going to make it." And, like, dude, we were devastated. We didn't know what the fuck happened. And, like, I got chills right now thinking about it.
Wow, dude.
And then, dude, we're all gathering, like, at the house, trying to figure out what we're going to do, like, what happened. You know, it was like a fucking movie, dude, one of them situations. And we all kind of went to bed, halfish, tried to sleep, and this motherfucker shows up at my house at 11:30 in the morning the next day. Randomly, someone dropped him off from the hospital. Said he had 8 different substances in his body.
What the
including
fuck?
like narcotics, cocaine, obviously alcohol, acid.
What?
Like, I don't know what happened, but he had.
Did he say that he took those things, or he
Sounds
said,
like
like
he
someone,
smoked a Jeffrey.
He said he didn't.
someone drugged him?
That's
One
what
of
he
the
said.
guys there, right? Most likely, or somebody
Nobody
earlier
there
in the
would've done it.
day, or
Maybe at
whatever.
the fair when
At
we
the
were at
fair.
the truck pulls.
Somebody
Dude, it was-
gave him a Jeffrey.
Well, yeah, one of the one of the
shit.
craziest things I've ever. I mean, I haven't thought about that in a while. It was nuts, though.
Dude,
I literally
That
thought
is
someone.
insane.
He
That
did
is
die at my house. I
crazy,
mean,
bro.
Like,
I'm telling. He was bouncing this high off the ground, seizing out. Whenever you'd lay him on his back, you'd have to roll him on his side, and he'd stop, and then he'd be dry heaving. So I literally had my hand in his mouth, gagging him, and got him to puke.
Oh man, I one time seen a dude overdose on spice, and he was like puking all over the yard and shit like that, and he was like laying outside for 2 or 3 hours after he had smoked spice out of a big 3-foot bong.
now I got a story about spice after you're done with that.
Yeah, that shit is insane.
Do you
bro.
re-
It'll
did
make
you ever smoke
hallucinate.
that?
You ever try it? The
No,
illegal
I s-
weed like K2.
Oh, I smoked
Caution,
salvia, and it
salvia.
tripped me
Okay,
the fuck
I haven't
out.
done salvia,
It's a dark one.
Yeah.
but okay, so at a smoke shop, buddy owns a smoke shop. I just buy a glass blunt off of him.
You tell him. I'm not gonna stop this.
Buddy buys a glass blunt off. I buy a glass blunt off him. He's like, "Have you tried this new spice stuff?" I'm about like 19, I think 18, 19. And so I packed the glass blunt at the smoke shop. He's like, "You can smoke it here. It's legal, and then that and the other, blah blah blah. It doesn't even matter because they haven't made it illegal yet." Smoke it. Smoke like a good quarter of it. I'm high. I'm feeling like high like marijuana.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is dope. Then out of nowhere, it turns bad. I start seeing, like, have you ever seen the movie Ghost? With Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze, yeah.
Do you know that end scene where the demons come to take that dude?
Uh-huh.
That's what was happening to me.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Dude, like, I saw the shadow people that people talk about when they're on meth.
I haven't been here the whole
and,
time,
like,
but I've been listening the whole time, and that is insane.
And like it blew like
I got a story about this stuff after you're done too.
I put that glass blunt down. I told him, I was like, I don't even want this. I don't want the glass blunt anymore. I'm like, I'm never smoking anything ever. I lied.
I've only instantly tripped out one time, instantly, like when I smoked something with some other people who I wasn't familiar with. And
yeah, that really throws it off.
I was with my homie. Well, we were homies, but I was like up all night on Adderall. That was prescribed Adderall, but I used to like share them with my friends in high school. We would stay up all night, party or whatever. So I took some, and I was up all night, and I took some more and gave him some, and then we went to this like random hippie chick's house in Dayton, and we smoked out of this fucking old school glass bong. Who knows if they smoked DMT out of it or whatever. I was totally unfamiliar with that kind of thing at 17. But the next thing I know, bro, I'm smoking this bong. I blow it out, and then I start seeing like the Matrix. Like I start seeing fucking like
numbers
and like everything's like wavy and shit. And then like that goes away, but I feel really ill. But my mind's eye starts like visualizing. I was on Facebook at the time, and this is like fucking 15 years ago, but I was like, holy shit. I was like, dude, everything that we're saying and writing, I was like, somebody's taking this information somewhere. I was like, this is how they're going to take over the world. And I started telling my dude that, and he was like, you're fucking crazy, man. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm just tripping out and I'm too high. But like, I had like some crazy like Nostradamus epiphany. Like
That's
when I
crazy.
smoked this, I don't know what they had in that weed, bro, but I'd never like seen anything instantaneous like that besides when I did smoke DMT for real later in life.
Wow.
So I don't know what they put in that weed that day.
I smoked salvia when I was like 15 or so, and they say it's like only supposed to last like 15 minutes or something, but this shit literally lasted like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I think it's because like I did smoke a whole bowl of it to myself, and you're only supposed to take like a couple hits. And I chugged an energy drink like right before I did it, like an Amp Energy, chugged that, and then I smoked.
So you did like 400 milligrams of caffeine,
So-
speedball, and
So
shit.
I'm sitting there on the couch with my dad and a couple other people, and my legs like were kind of restless, and they start bouncing a little bit. And then I'm concentrating on stopping that, and I can't. And then my legs literally turn into black and white fuzzy cartoons and start doing circles by themselves running around the room. And I'm like, this is fucking wild. Like,
Holy shit.
so I finally like push my legs down and I stop. Well, my house was like a man cave. We had deer heads everywhere, antlers and shit everywhere. And in front of the TV, there was like skulls and antlers and shit. Well, all of a sudden, all that turned into fucking. I was on a safari jeep running from wild hogs.
What the
And like, it was wild, dude. And then it turned into a rattlesnake that was trying to bite me.
The whole fireplace?
No, it was the TV stand. We had like skulls and stuff in front of it, and
Okay.
deer horns.
It's not the TV stand. I'm thinking,
It all warped together. It was so weird. So I told my dad, I was like, I'm going to bed. Like, this is fucked up. I need to go lay down. So he had a textured ceiling just like this in the room I was in. Well, all that started morphing into people's faces like they were looking at me.
Holy
and it was like,
fuck.
have you ever seen the cover of House of a Thousand Corpses, the Rob Zombie movie?
Yes.
It was that guy's face, the bald dude, the real ugly, like scary looking dude on the cover. All over.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Or Dr.
that's
Satan.
Dr. Satan.
yeah, that started creeping me
Dr.
out.
Strange.
I'm retarded.
And then
R-worded.
after yeah, R-worded. After that, my dad, I was in his bed. He had a shotgun next to the bed, and I looked at the shotgun and I started thinking like, what would it feel like to get shot in the face? And like my real self started coming to me. I was like, Wyatt, stop thinking about that. Like, stop. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, I heard a gun go off, and then my face started tingling. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
You just
And then I
smoked
literally-
regular weed, bro.
I literally seen a skin coming over me, and I retched my arms up and like tried to rip out of this skin like it was trapping me in the high.
Holy
You got
It was
you had a
so
rebirth.
wild.
You had a death and rebirth
That's
with
why
your high.
cold chills right now with you telling me this.
That is
'Cause I
why-
can feel. I've been where you were.
That's why I'm so hesitant on psychedelics. It's why it took me so long to do mushrooms, and I still haven't done acid because it fucked me up that bad.
Yeah.
I'm telling
I
you.
smoked regular weed a month after that and was in a barn with a heater, like a space heater. Literally felt like my legs were going into a puddle, melting. Like, tried to go outside in the snow to like feel my legs. Like,
Yeah.
it was nuts.
Well,
it,
some people are more.
it fucked me up.
How do you say? Some people are more receptive to it than others, and some people are also better visualizers. So maybe you just have a little bit of a gift, and you just need to open up to it a little
Shoot.
more.
Maybe.
I absolutely love mushrooms, though.
I like mushrooms.
They can be a good time for sure. I've had.
I
some
did it
I
at
mean, I've
my
already told
rides.
my story about
I
mushrooms.
did it at a
on
biker
here.
fest at a rock concert at night. And it was lasers everywhere with all these old bikers. And old,
What episode did I tell my story to?
I think Andrew Riggs' episode. I forget
Okay.
what number
Oh,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
was here. He told us a crazy story about how he took like 9 hits of acid, and I was like, bro, that is just over the top. That just seems like it's too much to me. So the most I ever did when I was like 18, I did 2 at a time, 2 hits, and that alone was just like fucking everything changed. You
Did I
know what
ever
mean?
tell? I wanted to save this for when Tim gets on,
Yeah,
because
your
he was
buddy.
he was the DJ at the Harem, and one night I bought a 10 strip of acid, and it was a dead ass night, so a lot of the staff and I had the idea, well, let's just do acid in the middle of the strip club while it's dead. We're having a good time. 1 o'clock rolls in. It becomes the busiest club on the strip. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Dixie Strip or not.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. So like it became the busiest club on the strip starting at 1 a.m. because everybody wanted to get them last minute drinks
That's
in
a
or
shady
something.
area anyway.
Yeah,
on
and-
top of everything
And
else.
That was some fun times at that place, though. I had,
Jesus
I had
dude,
good
They
times.
used
man.
to take food
I
stamps.
bet you had even better
Oh,
times, but
bro,
I had good times.
I got plenty of stories for that. I really want to turn some of them into bits, but like I just don't know how to. I've watched a stripper catch on fire.
Holy shit!
yeah.
Why don't you tell that story?
Because it's okay. Well, it's not. It's a cut and dry like done thing real quick though. But we're taking acid, and Tim the DJ gets up on stage to do the hot wing challenge. I don't know if you've ever been there on a Monday night, but they did a hot wing challenge where it's the spiciest wings that anybody's ever ate in their lives. I've done it twice. I beat it twice.
So this dude is tripping and he's doing a hot wing
No,
challenge.
this okay. So no, we're sitting there waiting for a volunteer, and he goes, "This hot wing challenge brought to you by the Harem staff, which all of them are on LSD right now."
He said that over there.
He said that over everything,
Oh my
and
God.
we're sitting there like because I had already took two.
Yeah.
I'd already took two, and it was just a crazy time. My drive home was even worse because I thought I was going to have a ride.
Ugh.
And like my drive home, I went under a bridge in West Carroll, or going to West Carrollton. Went under a bridge, and my life turned into an 8-bit video game, or like a 16-bit video game.
Wow.
Like you would,
Like Frogger or something?
yeah, some shit like that. And the crack in my windshield and everything was there. Like, and
Holy fucking shit.
yeah, and I went to McDonald's because I saw a cop car, and reality clicked back in.
Yeah, buzzkill.
And just reality clicked back in, and I'd ordered food, and I sat at the second window for like a good 6 minutes. Like, the guy comes up and knocks on my window, and he goes, "Hey, you good?"
You never left.
No, I never left
After
the
they gave you
second
the food?
I never left the second window. And
At least you left the first window.
and
He's like,
he's like, "Hey, bud, you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You've been sitting here for like 6 minutes." And I was like, "Oh man, I have," because I'm sitting there staring at my sandwich. I haven't even ate it. He just knocks on my window. He goes, "Hey, you good?"
that's hilarious,
And
dude.
I finally get home because it's a couple blocks away from that McDonald's. I was just trying to avoid the cop. And I get home, and I'm sitting there at the end of my bed like this, looking at this, because I stayed in this room that had the old sponge painting, like grandmas used to do and shit. It was my grandma's old house. So I was sitting there staring at the sponge painting. My dad went by to use the restroom, woke up 2 hours later to go to work, and I'm still sitting there doing that. And he goes, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm great." And then I just kept on staring at because it just kept on turning into like, at this point I've done 3 hits. And it was turning into like, it was blue, so it looked like China. Like how like old Chinese like tea sets and shit.
Huh.
That's what it reminded me of. And I'm sitting there just like looking at it, and
That's wild.
Holy
yeah.
shit, bro. Yeah, I was gonna share one with you guys since we're gonna do one more house fire story. This is the last house fire story of 2021. So there was another house fire, but I didn't die in this one. At least I don't think I could have though.
Should
So
have.
okay, so this is what we were like 16, 17. We were drinking Everclear. My mom was out of town, and my friend, one of my same friends that was with me when we went to Tommy's bar, him and then this other random dude. So we're doing like fire shots. You know, when you're young, you know how you're partying with your boys. You want to be a man. You ever did fire shots, Zach? Fire shots? No, you ever did a fire like a shot of whiskey that was on fire?
Oh yeah, we call them flaming Dr. Peppers, and we do them at Sour Mouse.
But you blow it out before you drink it, right?
Well, we drop it in a half glass of beer, and
Or
it goes
something
out.
like that. Yeah, at some point you have to you extinguish it before you
Yeah.
ingest it in your body. Okay, so we have Everclear, and that's extremely flammable.
Oh yeah.
This guy, his name was Travis, actually, and he actually had just got fucking East Side tattooed on his arms.
Oh my god.
This same day that we were drinking this, right? So he's got fresh tattoos, and I remember, just wait, because that's not the only thing that fucking he gets fresh. So we're doing flaming shots. My buddy Brad and I, we both do one. We blow it out, extinguish the fire, obviously, shoot the shot, right? So this dude, I don't know if he couldn't get it out, if he didn't understand what we were doing, or he was like 20 something. He had got us the bottle of
Could have
liquor.
been clear on fire and he didn't see it.
That's possible too. It was sunny. Maybe he was already drunk, but like he was a little bit older than us, so I remember that. So I was like, he should know what he's doing. He's a grown up. So he throws it into his face. It like throws it back, but it hits his chin and his nose and his mouth, and everything catches on fire instantly. So his face is on fire, and I'm like, this is not fucking happening right now. He throws himself onto my bed, and my bed catches on fire. And then he's rolling on the floor, and he finally puts himself out, and you can smell the skin, like from his nose and his mouth hairs, you know, his beard or whatever. You could smell it in my room. And fucking my buddy, I was like, let's get out of here. I was gonna let that bitch burn, bro. Like I was a rebel kid. I was a fucking idiot, and I was like, we gotta go because it was spreading on my bed very fast. And my buddy takes his shout out to Brad, takes his fucking basketball shorts off and puts it out with the basketball shorts and a pillow and like puts the fire out on my bed. And he was like, no, he's like, we don't have to leave. He was like, you're just gonna leave. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know. Like I panicked. And I grabbed the guy who was hurt and grabbed Travis. And I was just like, let's just get out of here. I think this has turned into a bad situation. But yeah, dude, there's like 3 other apartments on the building. Like, imagine if he wouldn't have put that out, the kind of fucking crazy shit that would have went on. That I would have probably had a different life, to be honest.
Yeah.
I might have ended up in jail or prison or something.
Very much so.
Holy shit, what a revelation. 2 house fire stories in 1 podcast. Who else does that for you? Please subscribe and like, comment on this video. Tell us about your house fire stories. Wyatt, you ever been in a house fire?
No.
You're about to be in one right now. Smoking, looking like an old 70s porn star in here.
That's right, Ron Jeremy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, this has been fun, man. I appreciate you coming on. This has been like a super fun year for us, and I think we like chose a good guest to end it on a bang and kind of like show you some of the funny shit that we've been showing other people this year.
Yeah, man.
It's been a good ride, bro, and I'm really glad you came on. Like you already plugged your social media earlier, but if you want to do it again, it's
Wyatt Lutz Comedy and all platforms. WYATTLUTZ.
And your
Comedy.
OnlyFans is
They Call Me Sluts.
subscribe to They Call Me Sluts on OnlyFans.
No, I deleted my OnlyFans. I had one, made a couple car payments with it.
Did you really?
I did.
That is wild.
It was so awkward because I didn't know if it was guys or girls subscribing because it just says user like 101 and 101.
You made a couple of car payments on it?
Yeah.
No shit.
I made like $600.
You never can tell who's on the other end of that.
I know.
Could
I'd
be
have
your
people,
boss or
people
anything.
tipped on like, there was one person from Wiley's that fucking subscribed.
How do you
And then
know?
I found out because she told me.
Oh wow. I think I know exactly
yeah, I'm
who
not
it
going
is.
to bring it up. But
I know exactly who
Yeah.
it is, actually.
Yeah.
So that's how you get your gigs.
Yeah. She made a blanket of me.
Yep.
Had
Oh
my
my
Christmas picture
God.
made into a blanket.
Yeah, that's over the top, isn't it?
It was cool, but like,
It's scary.
it is
Well,
what it is.
A lot of the Legion of Skanks
I wish
people,
I had the blanket.
I think it's awesome. Yeah, if you got a fan,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Fantastic.
I got a couple of them.
I know you do, buddy. I know you do. We're not talking about the one. No, we're not talking about box fans or oscillating fans or ceiling fans either. Only fans.
God.
That's what we're talking about.
Only fans.
Oh man, this is this has been so fun, guys. We hope that you guys have a new year and a new you. I know personally we're gonna be making some changes to the show, and we got some cool guests coming on. We've already got some episodes booked. We're gonna be doing some live shows at events. Why am I moving my hand so much? I don't know. This has been one of the weirder podcasts, and we had to cut a couple of segments out of it because, like, I have my kids here tonight, and then also for some reason the police were across the street. My dog got out 4 fucking times, but it's been a new year, guys. Listen. Oh, you know what? I never posted the video. When Travis Charles was on my show, I killed a fly on air. There's a fly floating around, and somehow I fucking got him. And then I called out America, and I'm calling you out again. New year, new you. I want to get rid of those bitch tits. That's what I'm doing this year. That's my That's my Zach thinks I'm talking to him because he's directly behind the camera, and he's like, "Listen, man, calm the fuck down, all right? I'm a little sensitive."
That was
I
my
low-key thought
That's
you were
my
talking
resolution.
to him. Me too.
That's my resolution.
It feels
is-
like I am.
I got him too.
If we ever do a solo episode, I feel like it'd be really easy too because he's on that side of the camera, so it is like I'm talking to someone.
We should
still.
have done
It makes it
a
easier.
"Who's got bigger tits" challenge.
Oh, we can still do it.
Have you
baby.
have you watched that Kill Tony weight loss challenge at all? You guys watch
No.
Kill Tony at all?
No.
It's funny.
I do sometimes.
They had two really fat motherfuckers on there that like they got pulled out of the bucket one after another, and then Tony brought the other one back up and had him do a weight loss challenge.
That's
And,
dope.
The one dude was like 396 or maybe even over 400. I'm not sure, and the other dude was like 330, and they did a month and weighed in, and the one dude that was 330 went up to 363,
What the fuck?
and then the other dude went down to like 380 something or whatever. He lost a lot of weight, but he's still huge.
You hear that? 2020 weight loss challenge, everybody.
2022.
2022 gang weight loss challenge. Zach lost some weight. I lost 7 pounds this week. How much did you lose, Zach?
8.
He lost 8 pounds. He's already winning.
Hell
Do you see?
yeah.
He's ahead of the game. The ball doesn't drop for 2 more days. He's got me by a long shot, guys. We're gonna measure these tits.
That
though.
doesn't include like all the stuff that we've been gaining too. Like,
That's true. You'll get a muscle
that's the way I
here and
look at
there.
it. Yeah, like I've used muscles that in the past couple weeks that I haven't used in probably 10 years.
Yeah, I keep having memories come up, remind me of when I was fit and in shape, doing all them like crazy like monkey bars and like hopping up, climbing a ladder on the wall and stuff.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, depressing.
No, dude, get back to it. You're gonna come with us. I mean, it's gonna be warm in a couple months again soon. We'll get out, do some hiking, fuck around. We're gonna hang out. You hear that, guys? We hang out outside of podcasts. I have friends. Just kidding. But 2022, I'm gonna have fucking friends. You could be my friend if you subscribe to this channel.
He pays us.
Thank you so much for watching. We're not gonna
R-word.
disclose how much. I'm not R-worded. And if I am 2022, no more me being R-worded, all right? You hear that? Bitch tits is gone. My brain's getting bigger. Things are going to change around here, guys. I don't give a fuck. Actually, I do. A lot. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.
Later.